Please welcome Principal of Princeton High School, Mr. Ron Bollmer.
Welcome to 2021 virtual graduation. There's some important people I'd like to introduce before we get started. I'd like to announce or talk about our Board of Education members. President, Dr. Lillian Hawkins. Vice President, Susan Whiter. Member, Mary Cleveland. Member, Gina Ruffin-Moore. And member, John Simons. Dr. Kevin Jemison, a special mention as far as our human resources. And from Scarlet Oaks, we have Mr. Dan Rush, Dean of Instruction. Lastly, we want to talk about the Princeton High School administration. We have Mr. Joe Roberts, our athletic director, Mr. Dan Wade, assistant principal, Mr. Charlie Newton, assistant principal, Mr. Tim Walker, assistant principal, and Mrs. Don Stollard, our associate head principal. Also want to recognize any other central office members or any other administration staff that are here with us on our virtual and graduation night.
Hello, my name is Cameron TOOSON, and on behalf of all of our seniors, we officially welcome you to the virtual graduation ceremony for the Princeton class of 2021.
Hola, mi nombre es JAZMIN GARCIA, y en nombre de todos nuestros graduados, les doy oficialmente la bienvenida a la ceremonia de graduación virtual para la clase del 2021 de la Escuela Preparatoria Princeton.
Over the past 4 years at Princeton, we have been empowered for college, career, and life success.
Durante los últimos 4 años en Princeton, hemos sido empoderados para el éxito universitario, profesional y en la vida.
We have worked hard to achieve this goal, and today we get to celebrate.
Hemos trabajado duro para lograr esta meta, y hoy venimos a celebrar.
Though this may not be how I picture sharing this moment with you, your presence here at our graduation is more important now than ever.
Obviamente, esto no es como imaginamos lo que sería esta ocasión, por lo que su presencia en nuestra graduación es más importante que nunca.
So friends and family of Princeton seniors, we thank you so much for joining us.
Así que, amigos y familias de los graduados de Princeton, gracias por compartir estos momentos con nosotros.
And wherever and however you join us, celebrating together is exactly what we plan to do.
Y desde donde sea y como sea que nos acompañen, celebramos juntos este día.
Please stand for the presentation of the colors and the singing of our national anthem.
Color guard, attention! Carry color. Ready, cut, forward, march, left turn, march. Color guard, halt. Freeze and
Next, I'd like to introduce the hardest working superintendent in the state of Ohio, Mr. Tom Burton.
Thank you, Mr. Bollmer. As Mr. Bollmer indicated, my name is Tom Burton. I am the proud superintendent of Princeton City Schools. First and foremost, the class of 2021, congratulations. You've worked hard, you've persevered, you've done so many wonderful things during your time at Princeton High School that led you to today, graduation day. My words are going to be brief for this specific program because this is really all about you. I'm just going to reiterate a couple things that I'm sure have been said and will continue to be said. Obviously, this last year and a half has been like no other. But I really don't want to talk so much about that. I want to talk more about your future, that you are prepared, you are ready. Whatever pathway you choose, whether it's college, a career, or in the military, you are ready. And I think when you look back at your time at Princeton, you're going to look back very proudly on what you've been able to accomplish. There may be some times when you feel like you missed the mark. There may be other times when you feel like you could have done a little bit better. But you're here, and you are ready for your future. I'm going to just remind everybody, and you've heard me say this before, that even though it's graduation day, we haven't forgot about you, and we certainly will not forget about you. We will be here as a resource to help you as you continue to find your pathway. There's a quote from Henry David Thoreau: "Though I do not believe a plant will spring up where no seed has been, I have great faith in a seed. Convince me that there's a seed, and I'm prepared to expect wonders." If you look at that quote metaphorically, and you look at students being seeds, well, you're no longer seeds. You have blossomed, you have grown, you have developed into the people you are today. You own your future. You will do great things. And we will be here cheering, supporting, and encouraging you all the way. And now it's my privilege and honor to introduce class co-presidents, Nadia Arar and Ornella Siakam.
Hello and welcome everyone. I am this year's co-president for the class of 2021. It's an honor to speak to you all today. I'm going to make this short but sweet. Standing here in front of you all is surreal. Let me tell you, I think I've had senioritis since my first day of freshman year, and I think a few can vouch for that. To all the staff members that have been there through tough times with me and shared kind words and sound advice, to the ones who simply shared a smile while passing, to my class, you have completely played a humongous part in my life that I will never forget, and I thank you for that. Although I can't say I know each and every one of you personally, I know our paths have definitely crossed one way or another, and I can't express how proud I am of you all. I can confidently say that I don't think I would have made it anywhere else but Princeton. This is beyond just a school to me. This school is a family, a place where I will forever hold near and dear to my heart. I will hold on to every memory and opportunity this school has given me. To all the parents, guardians, and to anyone who has played a part in guidance, thank you. I can say that this is your graduation as much as it is ours. Your kids have grown to be such unique, gifted, and beautiful souls, and you should be proud to get to share this special-filled day with them. To my parents specifically, I've always said that giving in the world would never be in comparison to everything you do each and every day. I dream big as I can, to make up for all the times that the two of you worked hard and skipped out on your dreams to make mine possible. Usually I would say you two are the lucky ones to have a daughter like me, but in reality, I think I'm the lucky one because you two truly are one in a million. I can't wait to reflect on this 10 years from now. Although my heart breaks a little to have reached the end of this chapter, this is only the start of a new one. And no matter where you go, just make sure you are genuinely happy and take every day as it comes. Don't give up and don't forget where it all started. I have no doubt in my mind I will see you all do amazing things. Before I pass the mic over to Ornella, I want you all to take a second and look around. You made it. You're here. And you should be extremely proud of yourselves for that. Thank you.
I am extremely overjoyed to be able to stand before my classmates here today and say that we have all reached a long-awaited end to a journey that began about 13 years ago. I can recollect a distant memory of myself sitting in my first grade classroom at Springdale Elementary, as deep in thought as a 6-year-old can get, mesmerized by the idea of graduating. I can remember calculating 12 years from that day and getting the number 2021 and not fully comprehending what it meant. But after many years, here we are, in May of 2021, Minutes from walking this stage, getting our diplomas, and graduating. And finally, I think I get it now. I am well aware that these past 2 school years have been very far from what you'd expect the junior and senior year of high school to be. And we found ourselves in this position due to reasons that are far from our control. But I've always been taught that no matter what, if you look hard enough, you will find the positive in whatever position you may find yourself in. And I know that my classmates and I have learned life lessons that we will hold on to and cherish for the rest of our lives. Appreciate the little things and never take anything you have at this moment for granted, because you never know when it will be gone. Class of 2021, take a good look to your left and to your right. Look at those seated in front of you and at those behind you. Don't forget these faces. These individuals who you are seated amongst have played an important role in helping build the character and foundation of who we all are. Our peers have watched and aided us as we've grown from being confused, naive, immature freshmen, nervous to take on the new endeavor being high school, to seniors who have developed traits of resiliency and strength, ready to take on the next steps needed to conquer the real world that we will soon tread into. Take a long look at the rest of the crowd that surrounds us here today. It is filled with parents, guardians, teachers, administrators, and mentors who have shared one common goal since day one of meeting us. They've pushed us to our limits, and they have challenged us to do better every day, all with our well-being and interest in mind. Thank you to you all for sacrificing for us, instilling in us a sense of belonging, and continuously caring for what our futures will look like. And to my mother, grandmother, and 2 little brothers, thank you for being my motivation and support through these tough growing years. I wouldn't be where I am today without you guys. I will love and appreciate you guys forever. Though we are all different in as many possible ways one could imagine, we will forever be united by the Viking spirit. I am excited to see the great things that this class will go off to accomplish and how we will find ways to influence our new environments. I end this by saying that I am extremely honored to have been both president and co-president of such an amazing class of beautiful people. And in this bittersweet moment, I can proudly say that in some way, shape, or form, we have all been prepared for college, career, and life success. And one last time, as we always say, go Vikes.
Please welcome the salutatorian for the class of 2021, A.J. White.
Welcome, class of 2021. This graduation has been 18 years in the making, and what a crazy final year it has been. My name is A.J. White, and I'm honored to be this year's salutatorian. Despite all of the hardships and challenges we've experienced, especially with COVID-19, we've still managed to push through to graduation. I'd like to give special thanks to all staff, administration, teachers, and custodians for creating a safe and effective learning environment. Without their hard work and dedication, we would not be graduating together here today. I'd also like to thank God, my parents, family, and friends for supporting, motivating, and believing in me as I struggled through this difficult year. The immense amount of work from all these people is the reason why I'm up here today. Please remember to thank all of those who helped you through this difficult year. Even though our senior year came with a lot of unknowns, we still experienced and learned some important life lessons. Never take anything for granted. Take a moment to remember where you were when you found out about the mandated quarantine. I was at my water polo practice, and our coach told us we would be out of school for a while. Everyone thought the coronavirus pandemic would blow over in a few weeks, but we were wrong. Our normal day-to-day life can radically be changed overnight, just like ours was March of last year. Always cherish the time you have with family, friends, and loved ones, because all of that can disappear in an instant. The coronavirus pandemic also showed us that if we adapt to a challenge, we can overcome it. With all of the challenges of mask wearing, social distancing, and remote learning, we still managed to graduate here today. If we can adapt to the challenges of the pandemic, we can adapt to life's next great challenges of college and future occupations. This year is definitely going down in history, and what an incredible story we'll have for future generations to come. It is my honor today to introduce a very special girl who happens to be this year's valedictorian and also my girlfriend of 4 years. Andrea and I have both taken advantage of several opportunities offered by Princeton High School. We have both been a part of the music department since middle school. Andrea plays the guitar, the violin, and the piano, and she is a member of the symphonic orchestra and the jazz ensemble. I play the trumpet, and I've been a part of the symphonic band, marching band, and the jazz ensemble as well. Andrea and I have earned various college credit through the AP, IB, and CCP courses offered at Princeton. Together, we have racked up more than 100 college credit hours. One of our teachers, Mr. O'Connor, gave us a nickname that fits us perfectly. He would call us a power couple because of our academic abilities and our work ethics. Throughout high school, Andrea and I have been competing for the valedictorian position, but she's always managed to stay on top. In the classroom, Andrea always tries her best to be the best student she can be, and she always pushes to go above and beyond the teacher's expectations. She also loves and cares for her friends and fellow classmates in a selfless way. For this reason, Andrea sets the perfect model for what the ideal student at Princeton should be. Our relationship has shaped me into the person I am today, and without her help, I would not be graduating here today. Without further ado, I'd like to introduce Andrea George, your valedictorian of 2021.
Good afternoon, Princeton High School class of 2021. Welcome administration, faculty, all the support staff, friends, and family. I would like to thank God for my many blessings and for allowing me to be here today. I would also like to thank my parents for their unconditional love and encouragement all throughout my life. I would like to thank my sisters for paving the path for me to succeed, and for them always motivating me to constantly be better, and to also be better than them. I'd like to thank my grandparents for always praying for me. And to the teachers, thank you for making us more than just a job. You've all given us so many things, time, wisdom, and confidence in our potential, even when we couldn't see it for ourselves. Teachers like Mrs. Williams and Miss Adams also give exceptional hugs. We have so many people that deserve credit for us being here today. So this day is not only for us, but for the people that got us here. It feels like just yesterday, my dad was putting me on the bus for my first day of kindergarten, back when 8:30 in the morning felt early. But 12 years later, we're getting back on a bus, getting ready to get our diplomas. Hopefully, this is the last time we'll ever have to ride in a school bus. Aside from differential equations, and that the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell, one of the biggest lessons I learned throughout high school is that regardless of how much you plan for the future, or how much you think you know exactly what the future is going to look like, things may not always go as you expect them to. Kind of like that one teacher, you know the one, that goes over the notes every day in class, you spend all night studying, and you still fail the test. I'm sure someone came to mind. None of us expected this year to go the way it has. You know, being in school part-time with no football games, no homecoming, no concerts, just other high school experiences we were looking forward to having our senior year. But learning to deal with these challenges has made us stronger. Many of us are radically different from who we were when the pandemic began. Things that were important to us back then may not seem so important to us now that we know how quickly things can change. It has reaffirmed our strength, our bonds, and our values. You know, my mom always said that some of the most important lessons we were taught we learned in kindergarten. Things like treat others the way you want to be treated, help others, wash your hands, sharing is caring, and leave things in better condition than how you found them. It is our responsibility going into the world to leave it a better place than how we found it. So don't think of this year as the year that we survived, but rather the year that we were strengthened by. So many different things happened this year than how they were supposed to. And some of the things that I have learned also were how easy it is to sleep through Zooms, how nice it is to carry backpacks to class, and how especially nice it is to get out of school at 12:30. One of my favorite memories from this year was the senior picnic that we had earlier last month. It may just be because it was one of the only events we had gotten, but it really made me realize that we're not just peers, not just classmates, not just people we pass in the hallway every once in a while, but rather a family. We owe so much to our school and to the people that make our school what it is, to each other. We owe so much to the teachers that have made our high school experience what it is too. From MJ Fridays in Miss Williams' class, or T Tuesdays in IB Physics, or just having your eyes opened by teachers like Stevens or Setters. We've been so lucky to have teachers willing to give us their everything. We've all worked so hard to be here today. We all worked so hard to be able to stand here and say, I did it. We did it. And we did it together. We can do anything. And I hope you all remember that as we leave this place and go our separate ways. This year was definitely not the way that we should have ended years of hard work, but all of the years that we put in should still be celebrated, and we should still cherish the moments that we've shared. Congratulations, everyone, and as always, go Vikes.
Please welcome President of the Princeton Board of Education, Dr. Lillian Hawkins.
I'm Lillian Hawkins, President of the Board of Education. I am honored to welcome you and to congratulate you, the class of 2021, on your graduation. You have worked for this, you have prepared for this, and it's a very, very special occasion, and it is very different from any other graduations that we've had before. But Princeton is proud of you, and you've now become a part of the Princeton legacy. And you will always be remembered, and we expect to hear from you and to have you reach back and help us to be the successful school that we've been. So as you go forward, remember that you are a Viking.
You know, for the class of 2021, administration has talked about throughout the course of this year the 3 characteristics it takes to be a Viking. Not only does these 3 characteristics take to be a Viking, but if you possess these characteristics, no matter what you do in life, you'll be successful. And let's talk about these 3 characteristics: hard work, resiliency, and Viking pride. First, let's talk about hard work. Hard work teaches a variety of different things: discipline, dedication, and determination. Hard work is definitely important because through hard work that an individual can achieve their life's goal. It was once said to me that you might not be the most skilled, you might not be the most talented, but hard work can beat talent when talent doesn't work. Coach Mancuso, our legendary coach here at Princeton, used to say this: we don't want you to make 2 mistakes. If you make a mistake on the field, we want you to go 100 miles an hour. We can correct the mistake, but we can't correct the effort. Resiliency, our second characteristic of a Viking. And boy, has this class demonstrated this characteristic: the ability to recover quickly from difficult situations or tough circumstances. One of my mentors used to say this to me: embrace the chaos. Because that will allow any person or a person to overcome any adversity if you're able to embrace the chaos. We're all going to face some type of adversity. And it's how an individual adapts, overcomes, and finds an alternative solution in order to fix or correct the problem. The last one is pride. A wise man once told me, who worked at Ralston Purina, which is now known as General Mills over in Sharonville. For 37 years he worked there. Whatever you do in life, take pride in what you do. Take pride in your last name. Meaning whatever your last name is attached to, work as hard as possible toward the goal, because your last name will forever be attached or linked or associated to that goal or project. The class of 2021, Princeton will always be here for you and care for you. For the class of 2021, if you possess the ability to work hard, be resilient, and take pride in whatever you do, no matter what you plan to do in life, you'll be successful. Senior class, we want you to celebrate with your families, but most importantly, we want you to have a great day, and as always, go Vikes.
Andrea George, Aaron White, James Moores, Ashley Boyd, Thomas Benjamin, Madeline Sherwood, Joshua Kinney, Ella Hiles, Joey Lynn, Matthew M., Amayoe Joshua, Damian Tilley, Elena Monin, Abigail Kubede, Naomi Rust, Nathan Anderson, Rachel Hammonds, Awa Chom, Brooklyn Bowen, Aiden Morganroth,
Grace Abrams,
Lima Hatmasai, Eileen Ailón Mendoza, Héctor Ailón Solís,
Enalani Albert, Austin Allen, Jaden Allen, Rachel Alonzo, Nadia Arar,
Natalie Armenta,
Tanisha Armstrong, Alexia Baguette, Dildora Batayurova, Gabrielle Ballou, Janaya Barber,
Cindy Barrera López, Douglas Bartolón Roblero,
Krishan Bates,
Gabriel Bamer, Maya Bennett,
Gerson Bernal Vicente,
Ryan Beisel, Parker Bishop, Jayana Black, Dante Blackwell, Leroy Bowers, Elizabeth Bowling, Thomas Boyd, William Brandt,
Edgar Bravo Santizo,
Bishop Brees, Dominique Bruton, Sincere Bridges, Xavier Brinkman, Jaden Broadnax, Brianna Brown, Alexis Brown, Israelia Brown,
Shazia Brown, Shavaz Brown, Malena Buchanan, Dylan Buell,
Arnold Bueso Jiménez,
Darren Boyce, Kirsten Bullock, Larissa Bird, Reagan Kane, Jonathan Caldwell, Nathan Calvert, Cody Carlson,
Jacinto Carrillo Pérez,
Logan Casey, Taryn Cash,
Evelyn Castro, Yuridiana Chacón,
Sanabu Sham, Lena Shamlagai, Derek Chandler,
Destiny Chandler, Noah Chitwood, Rihanna Chismarick,
Sandy Chun Domingo,
Antoine Clark, Jared Clark, Jalea Clark, Jada Colbert, Ava Cole, Philip Cole, Rashad Collier, Tyler Collier,
Hortensia Constanza Ambrosio,
Micaiah Corbett,
Nicolás Corona,
Gavin Crawford, Ormila Crawford, Cody Crisp, Sean Crowley,
Jamie Cooks,
Keontae Dangerfield Bates, Tia Davis,
Amy De León, Cristian De León Sánchez,
Kanaya Dexter, Kania Dexter,
Henry Díaz, Jonathan Díaz López,
Olivia Doan,
Braulio Domingo, Marta Domingo Morales,
Donovan Dublin, Madison Dubose, Niall Dunkley, Hannah Edmonds, Elijah Ellington, Gabriel English, Christiana English Lasky, Solomon Erkins,
Carlos Escalante Perduo, Valerie Esquivel,
Cody Essen, Nakia Ure, Ciara Evans, Lamont Evans, Adam Fields, Ashley Fish, Dan Flores, Nina Floyd, Ariana Fluker, D'Angelo Foster, Augustus Fredenberg, Avon Frederick, Derek Frierson, Braden Furnish, Cameron Gaines, Jennifer Galan,
Heidi Galvez Morales, Jasmine Garcia,
Sulibet García García, Estela García Soto,
Nolan Gardner, Gracie Gary, Malik Givens,
Daisy Godoy Arana, Uriel Gómez de León, Karen González Ramírez, Carmelita González, Juan González Pérez,
Janelle Gray, Devin Green, Jonathan Griffin,
Jennifer Guerrero Martínez,
Amy Guy, Alessi Hall, Xander Hamilton, John Harris,
Justice Harris, Kenneth Harris, Zion Harris, Marvin Harshaw, Tyron Heath, Jonathan Helton,
Dulce Hernández Reyes,
LaShawn Hill, Gregory Hillman, Mallory Hinton, David Holtz, Luke Hoover, Logan Hoskins, Tyra Howard, Ariana Huckleby, Quincy Hughes, Kirsten Hunley, Christian Hutchings, Skylar Hutchings,
Jason Hyde, Edward M., Lamont Jackson, Nia Jackson, Tashawn Jackson,
Alan Jerónimo Sales, María Jiménez Sente,
Gregory Johnson, Gregory Johnson, Jacoby Johnson, Josiah Johnson, Kaya Johnson, Abigail Johnson, Markia Johnson, Nisha Johnson, Tanaya Jones, Taryn Jones,
Alex Juárez Hernández,
Gania Keenan,
Leona Killington, Aubrey Killeen, John Knox, Chantal Lackey, Deshaun Lattimore, Rayshawn Lee, Dana Leese, Maria Lenhart, Alexandra Lindblad, Rosalind Renee Lindsay, Lacey Long,
Cindy Lopez, Jenny Lopez,
Christian Lopez,
Jennifer Lopez Lopez, Liliana Lopez Roblero,
Jade Lewis, Christy Luong,
Megan Lyons, Logan Maxim, Michael Maley,
Roel Márquez,
Taj Marshall Talbert, Jalea Martin,
Marvin Martín Juárez,
Deontay Matthews, Jamarion Matthews, Octavia Matthews, Amari Mathis, Titan Mowry, Perry McCarthy, Peyton McCarthy, Kyle McDaniel, Trinity McDaniel, Jacob McGregor, Jerron McLean,
Francisco Mendoza Mendoza,
María Mendoza Mendoza,
Trinity Merity, Asa Middlebrook, Brandon Miller, Christopher Miller,
Lizzie Moncada Enríquez, Juan Montes de Oca,
Lilana Moore, Eric Morman, Montserrat Morales, Michael Morgan, Raven Morris, Trevor Morris, Aaliyah Munkela, James Murray, Senabu Ndoy, Javon Neal,
Jocelyn Neri Izalde,
Christopher Nye, Breasia O'Neill,
Jagger Oberding, Aaron Oliver, Jesse Overson,
Jorge Ortiz López, Gaby Padilla Jasso, Gali Padilla Jasso,
Yasmaya Parker, Kayla Parks, Sneham Patel, Derek Pates, Alicia Patton, Cameron Patton,
JAZMIN Peñas, Abilio Pérez Matías, Katie Pérez Sandoval, JD Pérez Santizo, Carlos Pérez Soto, Catherine Pérez Pacheco, Derly Pérez Santizo,
Haley Perkins, Maddox Phillips,
Manuel Pinacho Cortés,
Jabari Pointer, Scarlett Pommering, Colin Poole, Leah Powers, Marcus Pratcher,
Kevin Ramírez,
Julia Ramsey, Jason Randall, James Randolph, Chandra Rasali, Noah Ratliff, Shanice Ray, Kayla Redding, Charles Redmond, Hannah Reed,
Trinity Reed, Jaylene Reese Adams, Torrin Reed, Ryan Raminga, Kyra Richardson, Reese Reap, Lexi Richard, Jalen Roberson, Jordan Robinson, Quintez Robinson,
Erwin Rodríguez, Giselle Rodríguez, Eric Rodríguez Trujillo,
Madison Rochelle, Avant Rowe, Jack Rudisil, Kenyana Rutherford,
Pedro Sánchez Carrillo,
Amelia Savage,
Stephen Schulte, Asia Scott, Chelsea Selker, Lucille Suche Gajab, Ornella Siakam, Angela Scurro, Kanaya Smith, Kyla Smith, Malachi Smith, Shaye Smith, Kenzie Spurlock Flowers, Fred Stevens, Mark Stockman, Caitlin Stroll, Tyrone Tanks, Brandon Thomas, Shondale Thomas, Franklin Thompson, Jamie Thompson, Marquez Thompson,
Kayla Toombs, Cameron Tooson, Alexandra Trim, Elliot Tudor, Ariane Turner, Samuel Turner, Richard Tyree, Jamal Valerius, Alexis Varela,
Matilde Ventura Marquín,
Paul von Pronchen, Alexis Walters, Tylen Ware, Liston Watson, Kashira Weathers, Tamar West, Destiny Wheeler, Kiesha White,
Maria White, Zion White, Germani Whitman, Rayana Wilkinson, Alex Williams, Ebony Williams, Jalea Williams, Kai Williams, Ryan Williams, Karikas Williams, Benjamin Wyman, Taylor Wimberly, Keelan Wooten, Charles Wren, Janiyah Wright Willingham, Yishmael Yisrael, Yekamiah Yisrael, Olin Young, April Zanders,
Esmilson Sapet Sánchez.
Dr. Hawkins, it's my honor to present to you the class of 2021.
Class of 2021, on behalf of the Board of Education of the Princeton City School District and having met the requirements from the State Department of Education, you are now graduates of the class of 21. At this time, take your tassel, move it from right to left. Congratulations, graduates of 2021.